Why is it that for many of us, public speaking is a challenge? It's something that we try to avoid, or if we agree to it, there's a lot of nervousness before the speaking. Well, we could be pretty solid on our subject matter, and we could be pretty okay with our delivery, but it's the engagement of the audience that seems to be the wild card. Now, there are some mechanisms where you can engage the audience. You could tell a story, and that seems to be very effective. People like stories. You can give a personal encounter, something that has happened to you that ties in with the subject matter that they might identify with. You can piggyback off of what another speaker had said. You can ask a thought-provoking question to really get the people engaged mentally with you. You can use a visual, or you can point out something that is unique about the audience to kind of draw them in and shine the light on them a bit. So there are mechanisms that you can use to really engage an audience. And in public speaking, this seems to work well. But when this is brought in to the church setting and used too much, it brings the focus off of Christ and it puts it on the speaker or the audience or some other subject matter other than him. In our verse this morning in 2 Corinthians 4:5, the first part of it says, "For we preach not ourselves, but Christ Jesus the Lord." And so he makes it very clear. We don't preach about ourselves. We don't get the subject matter on ourselves. Because as a speaker, sometimes you can get intoxicated by the fact that the audience is engaging with you. And that's superficial. Because you don't know when you're preaching Christ what's happening at the heart level. And it can take numerous exposures to the gospel before someone's heart really begins to soften. Paul didn't get distracted with a lot of these things. In his first letter to those in Corinth, there's these debates over who baptized who. And he says this in 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 17, "For Christ sent me not to baptize, but to preach the gospel." Then he goes on to say, "Not with wisdom of words, lest the cross of Christ should be made of none effect." And so what he's saying is, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about one thing. And it's not with the wisdom of words. It's wisdom from above. And if you continue to read on, you're going to see that it says in verse 26, it says, "You see your calling, brethren, how not many wise after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called." And so what he's saying is this is a spiritual thing. So we don't need to get engaged with all these mechanisms. We just need to preach Christ. And that's hard for us because we kind of like the control and we love the feedback. But if you continue to read into the next chapter, 1 Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 7, it says, "But we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which God ordained before the world unto our glory. That which none of the princes of this world knew, for had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. But as it is written, eye had not seen, nor ear hath heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God had prepared for them that love him." Paul's saying there's some deeper wisdom that we could have, but we need to focus on Christ. We need to go beyond the superficial, beyond the physical, and get into those deep spiritual things. So people don't necessarily need to engage with us as public speakers. They need to engage with Christ. As we think about our delivery and how we share Christ, let's think about really praying about those times that we share Christ, whether it's in a public setting or one-on-one. Because while we're so concerned about how they're engaging with us, the bigger question is, are they engaging with the Lord? Thank you so much for watching these videos, and those of you that share them, I really appreciate it. May God richly bless you.